Hey everyone, this is Jen. I hope everybody's good. I'm here with an energy update. We are today into Pisces, so a lot of things will be changing and moving forward. Good news on that. Even though you might not be feeling this, we had an eclipse this week on February 15th, and now we're moving towards a totally different era. And some of you are already feeling this more love, calmer energies, softer and kinder energies, perhaps also seeing it in your interactions with others. People are more relaxed, kinder. That's what I find. Um, and it's going to keep on growing and growing all throughout the month of March. And then April will come and bring something else. I know a lot of people are feeling that big things are going to happen in April for the Twin Flames. We'll see. We'll see about that. Follow your guidance on this one. This past week, it's been up and down, pretty rough for a lot of people. I know a lot of people were unable to stop thinking about their twin, and that's normal. This new moon that we had, this eclipse, was meant to cut off anything that no longer resonates with you or your energy. And it was meant to bring twins a little closer together spiritually or in the physical plane, depending where you're at in your journey. Thought patterns have been changed. Perhaps you're feeling this, feeling that you're thinking about different things or differently, or that the vibrations of your thoughts are different. If you've been unable to stop thinking about your twin, know that it was them thinking about you, because that's how it works. Telepathy is a real thing. And when you're doing your things, when you're going on about your day, and all of a sudden you find yourself unable to stop thinking about someone, or you have this random thought just hitting you, know that it's not you. It's coming from the other person. So if you were thinking about your twin, they were thinking about you. Of course, it's always important to detach from what's going on in the physical plane. Do not focus too much on what's going on physically. Always follow your guidance on this, of course. But for example, if you're guided to do something specific, go ahead and do it. That's really important to do so. If you're not in contact with your twin and you've been feeling their presence increasing and increasing, or the amount of thoughts that you have towards them, know that it was them. They were attracting you, they were trying to communicate with you, they were trying to send you some messages or let you know what's going on. Also, know that what you've been feeling, they have been feeling too. They have been moved by this eclipse. They have been pushed towards new layers of their awakening, new layers of their healing. They received a lot of guidance to take proper actions for their highest good. Even though you may not be seeing it physically yet, it is happening. If you're an intuitive or an empath, you know you're feeling what they're feeling and you know what they're thinking about. And trust this, it doesn't lie. They may be acting in one way towards you physically, but it might be a totally different game spiritually or internally inside of themselves. They are cleansing their lives. They are making space for this connection to live. They are making space for this connection to have a space to live and to grow. And that takes time. So we need to allow it. If you resist, though, and you are negative about this connection, you're creating interference and resistance, and you're unable to receive yourself those energies. Therefore, you're creating resistance in your connection as well. The best thing to do when we are going through major astrological events like we have been is just to stay still and remain clear and allow what needs to come to you to come and not dictate what you want, because we get what we need, not what we want, right? If you start stating, this is what I want, that's fine, but it might not be what you receive, and then you're going to end up being disappointed. We get what we need. So allowing yourself to receive what you need is the only thing to do to be truly happy and in balance within. We've also been going through major bursts of energies. The heart chakra has been a major theme here and still going on. The heart palpitation or restriction or beating faster, having a hard time catching your breath. The root chakra as well, just tension in the lower back or in the abdomen, feeling things moving physically in your body. The headaches, dizziness, and vision, blurry vision. I get that a lot, the blurry vision, when we're receiving or integrating new energies. I have to wear glasses, and sometimes I don't need to wear them. Blurry vision is big. It's just the energy moving. We've been going through this movement of energies going from the heart to the mind so that they can get aligned, and then moving out from the heart chakra and making space to receive new vibrations. You might be feeling this at this point as you're listening to this. You might feel like a totally different person, calmer, and it feels good, right? Calmer, more soft, more compassionate, more in the love bubble. This is going to keep growing, and we need to keep feeding that phase uh, all the way through April or so, and then it's going to become second nature. Second nature. It's meant to stay. It's not something that is meant to leave. It's meant to stay. The divine masculine has been working very hard. I say this in all of my videos, and it's true, even though you're not seeing the proof. The best thing to do is to detach from getting physical proofs, to just trust that it is happening, it is going on, and to open up your own channels, your own gifts, your own intuitive channel, and to start receiving your own messages. The whole point of being a twin flame and being human, but even more so for the twin flames, is to be independent, to be able by yourself to get your own messages and not having to rely on a psychic or on someone to help you. We are all called at this point to work harder on this portion of our spiritual work. And how do we do that? Is by educating ourselves, reading books on spirituality, watching videos on spirituality, and mind you, not readings. I'm not talking about readings. The point is not knowing the future, is not knowing what my divine partner is thinking, but to have the tools. And there aren't many videos that are giving the tools to do that. And the way to go about it is to either take a class online or locally or read books. There are many books out there that are very good to help you realize or help you learn about yourself and expand on your own energy and spiritual ascension. There are many books on spiritual ascension. The pioneer on that subject, one of the pioneer on that subject, is Dolores Cannon. She is an hypnotherapist and has discovered so many things in her study and in her work. And she talks about these spiritual ascension waves, the physical symptoms, based on true cases of our own people coming to her to get some answers. So whenever you're in a situation where you don't know what's going on, yes, asking questions and trying to figure out what's going on is fine. You should always check with you first. You are the master of yourself and the teacher of yourself. You need to figure out what it means for you. asking left and right or looking left and right for readings on YouTube is not necessarily the best thing, because are you really learning something when you do that? Yes, you are, but you can learn a bit more. And that goes through self-mastery and learning about your own patterns, learning about your own shadow sides, learning about your own tube of light, because we all have this tube of light, and it's our energy. It's how we connect to the divine, and it's how we receive messages. It's a channel. We all are. We're not all meant to do readings for others, but we're meant to receive information for ourselves. We are meant to trust our intuition. We are meant to take our ego and leave it aside, because the ego is creating interference. So learning about spirituality, human behaviors, emotions, the ego. There are many good books on ego, many good books on the subconscious mind and the collective consciousness. On one level, I did say that many times before, on one level, we're all one. We're all connected. There's this law of cause and effect, that my actions have an effect on someone somewhere on the planet. And if you're into sacred geometry, this is the flower of life. We're all connected. All of us are connected together. Learning about these things is how you can expand higher and higher and higher. We're always meant to go higher, to break the barriers, to remove any obstacles, and to transform anything thrown at us. And the only way to do it is to turn towards yourself internally, connect with your divine self, connect with your heart, figure out what is not in alignment, and align it. Yes, I hear you say, but how do I align it? By removing it, by releasing it, by letting it go. Letting go of your old patterns and of what you're saying. If you find yourself repeating the same things over and over, yes, but I've done that. Yes, but I've been working on it and I'm still dealing with that kind of problem. It means you still have more clearing to do. You're not done. Notice what you're saying. Notice the conversations that you have with other people or internally with yourself. That little voice, what is it telling you? It's showing you many clues on what you need to be healing or working on. And don't expect a quick fix. It doesn't exist. It takes time. Continuous work on a daily basis. It doesn't happen magically. Quick fixes do not exist. It takes time to grow a plant. It takes time for a baby to come to maturity, to be born in this world. It takes time to become an adult. It takes time. Everything takes time. It won't happen magically. Yes, magic happens because we live in a world of energies, and situation can change and shift in an instant. But when it comes to work, our own personal work and self-mastery, it takes time, and it will always take time. Always. So be gentle on yourself when it comes to that. Do not put pressure. Do not expect everything to be solved because you did one meditation and you saw things differently. That's only the beginning. Then there's the other phases of putting things into action, changing your behaviors, your thinking. That's how you align until it all comes together and you don't feel that pulling inside or that pushing, or until you feel lighter and that things are easier and that you can just feel free and move forward and do what you want to do. That's being aligned. If you're not aligned, your twin flame connection is not aligned. If anything, you might be creating interference on your twin's side. So Think about this for a moment. A lot of people are projecting on their twin, thinking, yes, but they are resisting. So are you. So are you. So you need to find out where you're resisting, what you're not looking at, what you've been putting off, and get to work and do it. These Pisces energies will bring a lot of emotions, Pisces being a very emotional sign, sorry. Pisces is all about spirituality, so take advantage of this wave, of this portal opening up. And then on March 17th, we will have another new moon that will bring another layer of kindness, softness, harmony, peace, love. But be ready for this, because if you're still carrying junk in your energy field, it's going to be harder to receive those new wonderful energies and to interact with them and connect with people in that way, in that matter. So stay clear. If you spend a lot of time on YouTube or on the internet watching readings, just be aware that when you do that, you leave a little piece of your energy there, and it might not be in your highest interest if the reading is just how can I say, is not authentic. So recall your energy back, cut the cords often, many times a day. And how to cut the cords is very easy. It's just to say, in the name of God, and you state your full legal name, cut all inbound and outbound cords for my energy field. You can say it on behalf of your twin flame as well. You can add all cords that no longer serve you, because it's not necessary to cut cords that are loving or good for you. You only want to get rid of what is not good for you. Do that many times. Protect your energy in any way that you want. There's no one specific way. There are many ways. Ground yourself. Very important. That's one way to protect your energy, is to be grounded to planet Earth so you don't go in those stressful vibrations and push people away. Have you noticed that when you're stressed out, you're pushing people away? As if when you're calm and in your heart, you're attracting people? Ponder on this for a moment for your twin flame connection, because we tend to forget these things. We tend to just get pulled in those emotions. And it's not about controlling emotions. I don't think you can control. You can only understand an emotion. Understand why you feel this way, what it is trying to tell you, what it is trying to show you that you need to work on. That's simple. I say that's simple, but I know it's not. It's pretty hard when you're not used to that. But that's self-mastery. That's what will help you stay in balance and keep that balance that is so hard to achieve. Same thing for the ego. When you feel your ego showing up, say thank you, but not right now. Or whatever works for you. In my case, it's very physically. When I feel my ego coming up, a good deep breath will help me slap it out of the picture. Or just taking a few steps or dancing a little bit, just moving around, because I'm extremely sensitive. I'm an empath, intuitive, and extremely sensitive. So I need to do something physically to change those vibrations and move that energy around. That's also what happens when we sleep and we get awakened in the middle of the night because we're receiving new energies. It's just your body having a hard time receiving and integrating those new energies. It's been big lately. Sleep patterns have been disturbed, but it's a good news. It means that we're moving forward and something else is coming and that a new phase is coming. But we've been, especially dreams, especially the divine masculine, they've been receiving a lot of guidance in their dreams. They also been upgrading their heart chakra. And mind you, it's a cycle. A few months ago, they were receiving and upgrading their heart chakra. They still are right now. And that goes with what's going on in the cosmos, on the higher planes. We're part of this system. And when we go through astrological events, we are influenced by it. We are totally influenced by it. And we're part of it. There's no way to separate from that. Sometimes the only thing we can do is allow ourselves to wait for the next event. Not wait, that's not the right word I want to use here, but surrender to the next event. We're part of this. We're part of this very complex system, and nobody knows the whole truth or the absolute truth. It's just that some people know that we're influenced by it and feel it. Notice when a full moon is coming, notice how you're feeling. And it's impossible to deny that you're not part of this. If you're trying to work on something or manifest something and it's not happening, perhaps that might be the reason. The stars are not aligned yet for you. And it takes a totally different meaning when you think about it. So instead of creating resistance, just surrender to what is at the moment, be of service, continue working on yourself, and enjoy life. Be happy. So that is it for today. It was a quick video on what's going on. I'll be back with another. And in the meantime, if you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so on my Facebook page through Indigo Girls Readings or using my email indigogirl555@gmail.com. Thank you for being here. Enjoy your day. Ciao.